Coleman just built your ADU. Why did you decide to get an ADU? What was the reason?
Do you want to answer?
So before the ADU, this was a garage, and a very old garage, and we needed to do something with it. Like the water was coming in. It was not in a good shape, and so we decided that since we had to do some work in it, we could as well create an ADU, create some more space for our family and friends to come, and that's what we did.
So we needed an extra bedroom, so that's...
and also that.
Perfect, yeah.
Okay, wonderful. Now, what made you choose Coleman?
We always do for any work, like to ask at least to have 4 or 5 quotes. So I think we put an ad on, I don't remember the name of one of those app where
Apps?
you can ask for, like saying what's your project is,
Right.
and people contact you. We had a 4 or 5 quotes, different people came, and it was really a gut feeling when you came the first time.
Okay.
That was a while ago because we took time before doing the project because we had a lot of back and forth with building and safety before having certainty that we could, in our case, with a shared driveway, that we were able to do the project. But I remember having different quote, price, and specificities of the project that we wanted to do together.
Okay.
Matter, but I remember having a good gut feeling together when you came. So to know that, if we do it, we'll do it with you. And then it took a little while before we started the project.
Yeah, we went to a bunch of hoops
Yeah.
before we even got to the building part.
But I remember that always the conversation was very straightforward, and we like that, because sometimes when you're trying to sell your service, you really want to get that job opportunity, and sometimes you can feel like when they are trying to please you or not, and we didn't have that with you, honestly.
Yeah, the person would just say yes.
So
yes, yes.
we did like that. It felt honest and not, as Guillaume was saying, we didn't want to hear everything. It's possible because we knew it wasn't. So
Okay. And what's the best part of your ADU that you like? Now that it's finished.
The bathroom is super cool.
yeah, I do like that the space is small, but the bathroom is really great size, and that it's a plus. And something that I personally like a lot, that I think it was a really good thing that we were able to do, is to keep the high ceilings.
Yes.
Because it gives more, like the feeling of a larger space.
Yeah, space to have that. High ceiling and open, like that window, that helps.
Yeah,
to make it
and then
bigger.
I really like the outdoor also. It's really neat, I would say.
It's smaller, but it's nicer than the home.
You can live there if you want.
All right. And then my last question is, would you recommend Coleman to somebody else?
Oh yes,
actually, we did.
we've already done that. Yes, definitely. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not saying that everything was easy, straightforward all the time. It's been like 6-7 months of work. But I really appreciate that we were always trying to find a common ground, solutions basically.
Solutions.
Not that we always agreed on things, but we were both on the same direction of, okay, we need to find a solution to move forward, and that's what we did.
Because we had to work on a budget. This is the budget.
Yeah.
More than that.
Budget is always the problem, I think. If there were no
Budget is always the problem, especially when you have a bunch of unknowns that happen.
Yeah.
So,
And there's always some unknown on every project.
and for us, it was the first time we were doing something like that.
Right.
So we had, and still I think we don't know much about the whole process if we had to go again over it. So having someone to guide us was really, really good. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, which is the reason why we have a contract, is to be able to
Navigate.
This is what we want. This is what the money we have, and based on this budget, this is what we want, and how can we make it possible?
Okay. I don't have anything else.